In Istanbul tonight, the air is filled with the hopes and dreams of dozens of Afghan refugees. They're trying desperately to make their way to Europe. Hidden from view, cramped minibuses leave the Turkish capital for the Greek border. The people smugglers fill their pockets, while others settle their scores with those who haven't paid. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. Massoud Husseini is supposed to be on the next convoy.
I'm standing on the bridge as agreed. I just found out that some of my dear Afghani friends drowned trying to cross the sea. What can I say? It's very hard. I can't advise them not to go because I have the same path ahead of me.
10 days ago, Massoud fled Afghanistan. 27 years old and from a relatively well-off family, he grew up in the city of Herat. Things were going well, but now he says he has no choice but to leave. Tomorrow he's off to Europe, and neither his parents nor his little niece have the slightest inkling.
I shouldn't go to Kabul.
Don't go today.
I'll bring you sweets.
Don't go today. Don't go tomorrow. Don't ever leave. Fine? Okay?
I have to go. I have to work and bring you back money.
Why?
I'll bring you toys and send you to school. This is the toughest time of my life. I won't remember my country fondly. I'm leaving my family. I'm desperate. I have to leave to save my life. Goodbye, Father. Pray for me.
Not so long ago, Massoud was destined for a promising career. He was close to the major political figures of the country and led the anti-Taliban campaign in Herat. But since NATO forces left the country last December, he has become a Taliban target. His family and friends thought he was just leaving for Kabul, but in fact, he's leaving his homeland for good. Every day, thousands try to leave the country. There are men, women, and children. They are everywhere in Herat, the last Afghan city before the Iranian border. We couldn't follow Massoud as he tried to cross Iran. He disappeared for a while before getting back in touch 5 days later in Istanbul.
This is where I live. This is the living room, the kitchen's there, and that's my bedroom.
Massoud is paying $100 a night for a studio he shares with 4 other Afghans. It's 3 times the market price, but that's what refugees without papers have to pay. Landlords take the cash, no questions asked.
It took us more than 8 hours. We had to go through barbed wire. There were kids and women, some of them pregnant women. Some fell and even broke their legs. Smugglers have no mercy. All they said was, think of yourself and get to the goal.
Iran is already behind them. A sea, 7 borders, and almost 3,000 kilometers lie between these refugees and their final destination, Germany. And for that, they will need a lot of money. It's time to crunch the numbers.
How much was it?
Massoud believes this entire journey will cost close to 9,500 euros.
How much can he do for it?
He saved up this money over 5 years. The journey is only just beginning. It takes the refugees through this Istanbul neighborhood, Zeytinburnu, dubbed Turkey's refugee capital. Here, there are Iraqis, Syrians, and Afghans. This is where the next step of the journey is planned. Here, you find the smugglers who can make the sea crossing possible. The shops selling life jackets do brisk business. Even the barber shops stock them to make a bit of extra cash. The police turn a blind eye. For many Afghans who have fled their ruined land, Zeytinburnu, with its shops and well-lit streets, already seem like paradise. And Massoud is far away from Afghanistan.
American?
No, Afghan.
He's preparing for life in Germany.
The navy blue looks very good on you.
Very good. You?
She likes it a lot too. There's a mirror over there.
Look, they're from Afghanistan too. Where do you come from?
Kunduz.
You also want to go to Europe?
Yes.
Good luck, my friend. I see that most Afghans who come here are from different provinces. I feel bad for how long the war's been going on there in our country, for how long there's been insecurity in our country, for how long we'll be immigrants in Europe. That makes me sad.
After 3 days of telephone calls and negotiations, Massoud is ready to seal the deal with a people smuggler who can take him by boat to Greece. So as not to jeopardize Massoud's prospects of crossing over, we film their meeting with a hidden camera.
So where should we meet? Are we leaving tonight?
Yes, if God wills.
Do we give you the money today?
Yes, you have to block the money first. Now I'm going to give you a phone number and a code. When you arrive there, my men will give you a passcode. You'll give me the passcode, and the money will be released.
The deal is done. It will cost 2,300 euros per person, and they leave tonight. Altogether, there will be 8 minibuses, with around 35 refugees squeezed into each of them. We've decided not to pay the smugglers and will instead follow Massoud from a distance. He'll let us know where he is every 30 minutes. The convoy is secured by a dozen cars, like this one. To distinguish themselves, they drive with their fog lights on. A few lead the way, the others bring up the rear to avoid getting caught by the police. The journey takes close to 10 hours. The smugglers take the refugees to Assos, a small, quiet village in southwestern Turkey. This is where they put the refugees onto rubber dinghies, which set sail for the Greek island of Lesbos. The crossing will take a little more than an hour. This is the last message we receive from Massoud before he disappears again. Here, at the heart of Athens, Victoria Park has become a rallying point for Afghan refugees. They are at the crossroads before they try to get to Germany. Some among them will spend a night here, others, many more, as they wait for the money they need to continue their journey. It's here we find Massoud again. It's been 17 days since he left Afghanistan. He's waited until arriving in Greece to call his family.
I miss my dunya so much. I will buy a doll for you, my love. Don't worry, you'll get it tomorrow. Should I bring a large one or a small one?
Large one.
Okay, love, I will get you a large one. What else do you want?
I want a dress, too.
Okay, one dress for you, my love.
My life.
Do you miss me?
Yes.
A lot?
Come back.
Massoud survives on his savings. Tonight, he will sleep in a hotel. But tomorrow, he might have to sleep on the streets if he falls short of money. The money comes from Afghanistan, sent by families through dubious intermediaries established around the square. Like the others, Massoud waits for an envelope that never shows up.
We got our money late. We had trouble getting our money here from these agents.
Why were they delaying your payments?
I don't know, maybe they didn't have money to give us, or they were doing their own business with our money. I don't have any idea about that.
Stay safe. I wish you all a safe trip.
Some leave, others arrive. And then there are the aid workers and volunteers.
How do you plan to get across the border? You have a guy already set up?
Every evening, Aaron Hoover comes here to help refugees.
Greece does not have a social system, so they're not in any way taking care of the refugees. They're not providing food, they're not providing housing or anything like that. And so, yeah, this is the place they end up living in. When Greece does try to supply an opportunity for them to live somewhere, usually that place is so far out of town that none of them want to move there because they want to be close to where the stores are, where food is, as well as where the buses leave from. Once they heard that Hungary was building a wall, that's when the big rush came. That's when everyone that wanted to come, even the people who had never thought to leave, suddenly thought, this is the chance, I have to go now. And it just created this big rush. And actually the reality is I think most of us who are working with refugees have come to the realization that what we've seen so far is nothing compared to what's about to come. And the truth is there's over 2 million people still waiting in Turkey, and as soon as they get their chance, they're going to come again.
News from Massoud's loved ones reminds him of the situation back home. Violence has broken out again in northern Afghanistan. The city of Kunduz has just been attacked by the Taliban, who've put the Afghan army on the back foot. Day 2 in Athens.
How can we let these Afghani people come with their flag in their hands and make trouble?
They rob us, they bring bacteria from their countries, they sleep here, they shit here.
Victoria Park wakes up to the hostile cries of protesters. The residents of the neighborhood have had enough and want to drive out the refugees.
The government needs to clean the place. It belongs to us, the people that live here, and not to the refugees. These days, old people don't dare come out of their homes.
The protesters face off against migrant support groups who try to block the expulsion of the refugees.
Enough! Stop her! Stop this!
The Afghans look on, bewildered by this clash.
Afghans have no desire to spend a night in a park. Afghans are so proud, they never wanted to come and sleep in such a place.
Under pressure, the refugees leave the square. Authorities organize buses to take them outside the city to a stadium that's been urgently turned into a makeshift shelter.
I'm happy because after 5 days of stress, the wait is over. Now I have the money, and now, thank God, I can go to Germany.
Another night on the road. First a bus, then a taxi to cover the last few kilometers to the Macedonian border. Tired and vulnerable, the refugees are easy targets for Greek taxi drivers.
Hey, Costa, listen to me. There are 3 more people. I think they're from Iran. Have you checked if they have papers? If they don't have real papers, we'll be able to blackmail them. Just transit papers? See, we will blackmail them. We'll wait until we're a little outside of the city, then we will talk.
With this paper, don't go into the border. It's very dangerous. Yeah. Understand? Yeah. I give you for this distance new paper. I give you new paper. The paper says you are from Syria. Okay. Okay. No problem with this paper. Going up. But the price for that, the taxi, going 150.
The driver takes out fake Syrian refugee papers from his glove compartment. He tells the Afghans that these will keep them from getting arrested.
Big problem. Your name is Yashir Ahmed.
Yashir?
Yashir.
Yasser.
Yashir.
My mother name is Aisha. My name is Ahmad. My father name is
I'm coming from Samos here. Coming Samos. Samos, it's island.
The new papers and the new identity prove to be completely useless. The borders are wide open. Massoud and the others cross over by foot as the guards watch on, indifferent to the new arrivals. Welcome to Macedonia. The next step is just as simple. On the other side of the border is a station, and a train awaits. It's there especially to take the refugees to Serbia. It costs them 25 euros and takes 5 hours. And that's how Macedonia gets rid of them, once and for all.
Today's Friday. It's been 3 weeks and 3 days.
3 weeks is 21 days. 22, 23, 24 days. 1 month that we've been on the road.
We gave him medicine. It didn't work. He's so hot.
Don't cry, my baby.
Bring him up. Let's wash his face.
1 kilometer Serbia, train, Belgrade, Croatia.
It's 2 a.m. in the morning. A smuggler guides Massoud and the other refugees towards the Serbian border for free.
4 kilometers for camp. From here for camp. I have too much people. They catch police for big problem.
Massoud and his friends sneak into Serbia without being seen or heard.
Now I just dream about a comfortable place where we can rest after 2 days and nights without sleep.
They will have to rest later, because to cross Serbia, they need transit papers. These documents, valid for 72 hours, are handed out in Presevo, at a refugee camp. And herein lies the paradox. People who have entered illegally will be legalized temporarily, and then asked to leave as soon as possible. They could choose to seek asylum in Serbia, but almost no one will make that request.
Right now I have the card number 279. Let's see what will happen. I didn't manage to receive my permit. I've been waiting since 10 p.m. last night. I didn't manage to receive my permit to leave, and I'm afraid maybe I'll have to stay until tomorrow.
Tonight, almost 3,000 people like Massoud have crossed the border. And for several days now, this camp has been overwhelmed as people try to leave.
Go back, go back. They are women and children.
Be quiet. Sit down. All of you sit down and relax. In 6 hours, the office will open.
They're overwhelmed outside, and they're overwhelmed inside. After waiting for 3 days, Massoud finally gets his precious papers and can continue on to Croatia.
You have to walk about 50 meters over this road, just straight, and you will find out in Croatia. That's it.
That's right.
Okay, good luck.
The Croatian borders are open, and the convoy of refugees is escorted by the police. It's been 28 days now. Through the window, Croatia slips by. Just one more train till Hungary, a country whose borders open and close at whim. On the 29th day, Massoud is in Austria, on the threshold of his dreams.
This is my hometown.
Where?
Salzburg, my home.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good.
In the-
Beautiful, very nice. Good.
Is this you at home?
Yes.
Looks good.
Thank you.
I have some.
The memories flood back, overwhelming Massoud. What will his new life look like? Alone.
I had no choice but to leave my country, and now I have to resign myself to living alone. I contact my family every day by phone. Their lives are in danger. I left them. It's really difficult.
Hello guys. Afghanistan, Syrian, Iraq. Please go out of the platform. Take your bags.
A few minutes after having crossed over into Germany, the train stops at Passau station. Everyone gets off. German policemen take the refugees to a new center. Massoud disappears one last time. We track Massoud down again. This time he's in Lubtin, a small village 100 kilometers from Hamburg in northern Germany. There are only about 300 refugees here, but their presence is felt. They are housed in a refugee center on the outskirts of the village. This is where they will stay while their request for asylum is examined.
I look at the green grass, the flowers and the plants. I stare at them a lot. I stare at them closely. But even if it's really beautiful, my mind is elsewhere.
They've made it this far, but for Massoud and the other refugees, some of the scars will never heal. And it'll be another journey as they begin their new lives.